Hello, this is the Timeless Tarot, and today's reading is a love reading for the sign of Libra. I have laid out a spread, and let's go straight to the bottom of the deck, and we have got the Hanged Man. So this is the card of trying to gain enlightenment. He's hanging upside down to gain some sort of wisdom, looking at everything from all angles, I suppose, in order to get full clarity. And to some extent, I feel like you are getting clarity. What the situation is, I'm not sure. So I think I might get a clarifier for that. Well, we've got quite a heap of cards have come out here, but actually there's 4 cards that have come out here to clarify, and I think I'm going to keep them all. So to clarify the Hanged Man, we have the Ace of Swords. That is the card of clarity and victory. We have the 9 of Wands. That is the card of feeling ground down and reaching the end with something. We also have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Feminine, and the World card, which is a new start. So let's see what this says to me together. So you've been trying to gain clarity on a situation. Well, you are winning at this. You are gaining clarity and you're about to enter a new phase. What's lovely about the World card is that the timing is right for this new phase to start. So there are no loose ends to tie up. You're ready for a new phase and you're going to get one. I'm just going to read these other 2 cards together. So we have the Queen of Cups and the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is sometimes called the Wounded Warrior. This is feeling like you've reached the end with something, or you don't feel like you can take any more. Could be in a love situation, actually, because the Queen of Cups is the queen of love and harmony, really. So it could be that you've been in an unharmonious love situation that has made you quite unhappy and or ill, and maybe that phase is ending. So potentially the business of feeling like the love situation you're in is not good for you, that feels like that is ending and you're ready for a new start. Now, of course, you might not be in a love situation. So in that case, what does it say? Well, it could say that you've been ground down looking for love. Well, I mean, she's offering a large cup of love here. It could be that the business of looking for love has ground you down. I think so. So in some way, you're gaining some extra clarity on this situation, the situation of looking for love. So if you've been looking for love for quite a while and it has worn you out, maybe you've tried a lot of dating and you've had enough of it, that sort of feeling, then the good news is that you're entering a new phase. And it feels to me like it's a phase that you want to be entering. You've had enough with the business of either being in a love connection that wasn't good for you or looking for love. You've had enough of either of those situations, I think, and you're ready for a new start. Well, what's really good here is that the Ace of Swords is the card of victory, not just clarity, but victory as well. So you are definitely gaining clarity, because that's where we started with the Hangman seeking clarity. Well, you are gaining it. And you're going to get a fresh start. Well, this is good news, especially if you've been looking for love and you're feeling ground down and not able to find what you're looking for. Then I think perhaps that's what the Hanged Man is talking about. You've been trying a new approach in order to find love, perhaps. And yeah, well, maybe there is no new approach. Maybe you don't need a new approach because we have the World card here. So actually, perhaps this is saying that that phase has ended and a new fresh phase is starting. I think so. At the centre of the reading, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn masculine. Slow-moving knight. Things feel like they have been stuck or paused or held back in some way for you. So the offers have not been coming in is what it feels like. No, it's more like there hasn't been anything on offer, I'd say. And what's crossing that is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is a battle, but I sometimes read it as a 2 and a 3. If I'm reading it as a 2 and a 3, it is choosing heartbreak. I mean, I could view this another way around. It could be that you've been wanting to make an offer to somebody, but it's felt too difficult. That's another way of looking at it. Everything has felt too hard. And this works in conjunction with the 9 of Wands as well. You've been battling hard and you're fed up is what it really feels like. So it's good that we're having a new phase. But let's get a clarifier. Well, this is great news. Progression is really good in the tarot. Progression through the numbers. So you're moving from the 9 into the 10, which is the end. So if you've been in a miserable situation and you're fed up with trying to find love and not succeeding, then you are coming to the end of that. The 10s are always endings, but combined with the World card, this isn't just an ending. It's definitely, very definitely a new, much more positive phase that is starting. It's like in a strange sort of way, I feel a little bit like you might have been doing, well, not exactly what you've been told to do, but you might have been following other people's guidance. Other people might have been telling you to try dating or put yourself out there, and it's worn you out completely. It feels a little bit like this card has influenced this feeling in some sort of way. But great news is that's definitely changing. The 10 of Wands is the putting down of a burden and the ability to start afresh, really. Putting something difficult behind you and starting again. So this is really good news and ties in very nicely. On the face of things, you are ready for adventure and, as I just said, a fresh start. You're in a new phase and you're ready to see what's out there. It could be that you're interested in travelling, actually, wanting to go to different parts of the world, because the World card can talk of travel. And broadening your horizons in a more general way is the 2 of Wands. So it feels to me like you're embarking on some sort of new, exciting phase. A phase full of possibility. Let's have a clarifier for the 2 of Wands. 4 of Swords. This is the 3rd time I've had the 4 of Swords clarifying the crowning position in a reading. Anyway, it's a card of recovery. I wonder if lots of people have been in the same boat. They've all been feeling like they've had enough of a situation that they've currently been in, whether that's been a love situation that hasn't been good for you or a situation where you've been looking for love and it's ground you down, it's worn you out, and you are now recovering from that and feeling more interested in what is actually out there, what you could find for yourself. Who can you find? Where can you go? Well, you can go anywhere because you're in a much better energy. And if you remember before, I said that sometimes the 5 is choosing heartbreak. Well, this 4 of Swords is recovering from heartbreak. So if you have found yourself in a situation that has been heartbreaking, whether or not you've been dating or whether or not you've been in a long-term situation with somebody and it's not been working, then this is good news that you're recovering from that. And then your options, because you've been recovering and healing, your options are now more wide open. This is an expansive card. This is opening up your world for something better. In the underneath position, we have the card of resistance. We have the card of hanging on too tightly to something that doesn't serve you anymore. And we have the Hermit card. So if I look at these 3 together, there is a real stubborn energy here amongst these 3 cards. Maybe you've been determinedly not looking for love, or determinedly continuing to look for love, or determinedly hanging on to a situation, or determinedly hanging on to being single, because the Virgo card is the card of being single. 4 of Coins is a very determined energy, but it's not an energy that serves anyone particularly well. It's like a frightened energy, clinging on to what you've got sort of feeling. Plus, we have the card of resistance here. So maybe you've been resisting being single. So you've been clinging on to a situation that hasn't been working for you. Or maybe you've been resisting coming out of being single. Perhaps you've enjoyed being single and you're clinging on to that very tightly. And you're resisting the idea of coming into partnership. It's one or the other, I think. But this is a very stubborn energy beneath the surface here. This sort of determination to do things the way you want. You've hidden it, really, I think. You've been resisting some sort of change. Well, the great news is the change is coming. So there is no need to resist it anymore. The Hanged Man and the Hermit are both cards of enlightenment. So you know what you need to do now. You know how you need to progress. You have the clarity. Whatever the situation was for you, and there could be many, many options here, and I've gone over a few of them. Whether you felt like you should be offering somebody something and you didn't because it felt too difficult, or whether you were waiting for somebody to offer you something and they didn't because they felt it was too difficult. Whatever that was, that's changing. In the past, we have the Strength card. Now, this could be a Leo. You could have been in some sort of relationship with a Leo in the past. But also, strength is a struggle, really. It's a bit of a, well, not a problem exactly, but it's sort of an internal struggle. What has been a struggle in the past for Libra? Ah, well, this is nice. Here's your card. The Libra cards come out. Perhaps you've just been struggling to find your own balance. You've been struggling to feel your own best energy, I suppose. Well, what's nice about that is that the swords are the air energy. So you are finding your feet here. You're coming out of a period of difficulty and you are getting back into your best energy with clarity and a faster moving energy. It feels like things have been very sort of static for you, really, or stagnant in a way. So if in the past things were a struggle to feel in your best energy, then that is changing, because what we have in the future is a happy ever after. So this is a young, fresh, bright, love is all you need sort of energy. Ideal if you're young. If you're older, perhaps you need a bit more substance to your relationships. But in any case, this is fresh and bright and new. And it's working with the Ace of Swords here. The aces are always divinely presented. They're gifts from the universe, really. This ace is working together with clarity and victory to bring you a happy ever after in your future position, which is lovely. I'm just wondering if I need anything else there. It feels like these sort of stubborn, resistant, scared energies are retreating, or they have retreated, I should say. They're definitely going, because otherwise you would not be having this lovely outcome in the future. Shall we have a clarifier for the Ten of Cups? Oh, we have an angel. So we have Judgment here. So your Ten of Cups in the future is being clarified by an angel. It's time for you to be in connection. And that is what this angel is here to tell you. I should have said this is probably for the next 4 to 6 weeks. This is very nearly your time to come into connection. And it's sort of been ordained, I want to say. I mean, the Judgment card is a wake-up card. It's a card of resurrection, really. So it could be that you're resurrecting an old way of being, is what I want to say. I think you haven't been in your best energy for a while. And I think that this Judgment here is to say that you need to get back into your best energy. You're being guided back into your best energy in order to bring you an outcome that you want in the future, which is great. In the personal position, well, here we are. This is you in your best energy. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card of having everything and being single. I think it feels to me like there has been something here to do with being single. Oh, of course, I got it just now. Libra's natural state is not one of being single. Libra likes to be in partnership. And I think you've been single for a while. And I think you've struggled with that. You've struggled with it because that's not your natural way. Your preference is always to be in partnership. Well, in the future, you have got partnership. This says that you've just about got the hang of being single. The period of time that you've had on your own has been good for you. I don't think you've enjoyed it. In fact, I'm pretty sure you have not enjoyed it at all. But it's been important for you. You've had to be single in order to gain some clarity on yourself which is interesting because I don't know what that would be. Shall we have a clarifier? What sort of clarity have you needed to gain on insight for yourself in terms of, because this is a good card to have in the personal position. Well, maybe you've had to boost your confidence, build your confidence back up, I want to say. Maybe you were in a situation that left you feeling a little bit scarred. Don't forget, we did have the card of healing here. And I wonder if you've been in a situation that left you scarred, then I think you did need a period of time on your own. Whether you enjoyed it or not, you needed it, and it has been good for you. And now you are in a much better energy to accept or offer love, which is wonderful. I'm so happy. That is brilliant. So offering or accepting love, depending on whether you're masculine or feminine, really, I think. Because this is very definitely a feminine card. This is very definitely a masculine card. So either way, whichever way suits you, you're in the right frame of mind now to either offer or accept love. That's wonderful. That's made me feel really happy. In the home position, something is changing. You've retreated or you've left a home situation. Very interesting. Well, maybe you had to. Let's have a clarifier for the Eight of Cups. Perhaps that was part of the deal here, that you needed to leave the situation you were in and that involved leaving home. Well, you are in a new adventurous spirit after all. Wow, wowie, wow. Well, you've manifested a change that's involved leaving where you've been living, I think. And if you haven't left where you've been living yet, I think you might do in the future. It could just talk about the fact that you might have spent quite a lot of time at home, like you've been hibernating, and now it's time, you're manifesting that change, and it's time to leave the house and see what else is out there in the world. It does feel a bit like that, like a period of hibernation has come to an end, because the Hermit is also a card of hibernation, I would say. So it feels like that is changing for you because you've manifested it. You have created this. This is really quite similar to the Aries reading I did, and I do often find opposite sides are similar. Those two signs, along with Cancer and Capricorn, have had a very difficult time recently, and I think that is changing. Your energy is coming back. You are able to spot what is good for you, and you're manifesting. So you've got guidance and manifestation, which is wonderful. So manifesting a better way of living, which is going to keep you feeling more in balance with yourself and bring you future happiness. In the hopes and fears position, well, I don't think this could be any better, actually. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is the card of shared energy, reciprocity, equality. So if you're hoping for a balanced relationship and a happy family in the future, that's what you're going to be getting. There is no fear attached here. You might fear that you were never going to find it, but I'm here to tell you that you are. You definitely are. Do we need a clarifier for the Six of Pentacles? Oh, wow. So we have the Four of Wands here. This can be a celebration. It can also be the Twin Flame card. So if you've been waiting for a relationship to become more balanced, and you were in a twin flame connection and you've been in separation, then I think that is probably quite likely to come back. If you have not been in a twin flame separation, then I think this is just talking about the fact that you are now going to be coming into a much more balanced shared energy, and you've got a lot of good stuff coming for you to do with relationships, families and celebrations, which is wonderful. Now the outcome, we have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Cups, waiting for your cup of love. Don't forget, the aces are divinely presented. You're waiting for this to be offered to you. Well, I took three other clarifiers to go with it, and they are the Four of Cups, not having what you want, the Star, wishes coming true, and the Page of Cups, which is a love offer. It could be a love letter or an apology. So if we read these 5 cards together, the Three of Wands is moving on from the Two of Wands. You're in an expansive energy of adventure and looking out there into the world, which is good. And it means that you are now able to accept and allow in love. So you're sort of waiting for this love, but in a way you're still testing yourself out as to whether or not you want it. This is sort of pining a little bit. Here you're being very adventurous. Here you're sort of pining for where is it? When is it coming? When is my love coming? Well, what's quite interesting is that the Four of Cups, it's like there is an offer here that you don't want. And that's what you're pining for, the real thing, because what's previously been on offer has not been what you wanted. And I think, in a way, when you were struggling to be in your best energy, there was very clearly nothing of what you wanted, which sort of added to the fact that you were feeling like the wounded warrior. There was no cup of love that interested you. But somebody is coming in with a cup of love, an apology or a love letter that you want, that you have been wishing for, because the star is all your wishes coming true. So you've been waiting for somebody to come in and offer you love. It's coming. If you've been waiting to feel like you can get back into your best energy in order for you to offer a cup of love, it's coming. That wish is coming true as well. So you've got it working for you both ways here. So this sort of energy of pining for love and wanting your wishes to come true, that is ending. You don't need to pine anymore, because you have got a really beautiful love offer coming in, or you are going to be able to offer somebody your cup of love. Now, I feel like it might start quite small. In fact, I'm going to get a clarifier for the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a love letter or an apology, but for me there, it's not really feeling like that. It's feeling like a small offer. Oh, wow. Okay, so if the small offer comes in, it's got great potential to grow. This is our third ace now. And the Ace of Pentacles is a large sum of money, an engagement, a new home. So you've got love being divinely presented to you. You have a large sum of money, a new home or an engagement being presented to you. You have the gift of clarity being presented to you. And all of this has got the potential to deliver you the happy family outcome that you want, because your wishes are coming true. But I have to say, I do think it's going to start small. Does not mean to say that it's not going to grow into what you want. It is. But in a way, starting small is probably the best way anyway for you, I think. Especially if you've had a period of time out of connection with other people, then I think to start slowly would probably be the best way forward anyway. Do we need to know anything else? Does Libra need to know anything else? Oh, here we are. Brilliant. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's very definitely a new phase, and you're moving from a situation where you weren't feeling at your best into something much, much, much more like you. You are being offered love, and this new phase has started. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It's time, you see, this is the thing, it's time. And that's what this angel was saying. It's been decided. It's time now for you to move on. You've had a period of pause and reflection and repair and recovery and just trying to get back to your best self. You are now back into your best energy. If you're not feeling like you're in your best energy right now, it's going to be very soon. This reading's for the next 4 to 6 weeks. You're entering a new phase with a lot of much more fortunate energy coming your way. And the cup of love and a happy ever after. And don't forget that all your wishes are coming true as well. Wow, I'm so pleased, Libra, because I can feel that this has been a difficult period of time for you, and things are cheering up hugely and livening up. You're getting your mojo back is what it feels like, and very soon you'll be coming into partnership, the sort of partnership, family situation that can sustain you for the long term, I believe anyway. And don't forget, you've been manifesting. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe so that I can read your energy more easily, which will help me to do more accurate readings for you and your situation in the future. And if you would like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. But until the next time, this has been the Timeless Tarot. Goodbye.